Right, here's the body kit. Still missing a few crucial pieces, front wings. Obviously, the front wings we're going to make in-house eventually. We're 3D printing some kind of Rally 2 themed ones that are boxy and will look dead cool. But time's getting precious now, we want to get out in the car. So we've ordered some fiberglass front wings. We've got a TRD style front splitter. We've then got some side skirts that are a very flat design, so they'll be more like a kind of flat skirt. Then we've got some Rocket Bunny style rear arches. We're going to fill in the conventional bolt holes so that it all looks a little bit smoother. Got a rear diffuser, and then we've got our rear wing is off a hatchback WRX STI. And then we 3D printed some mounts to be able to mount it to the back of the GT86.
We've got a GRB wing from 2013 Subaru. It's meant to go on like the kind of hatchback bit of that car, but we're going to put it on the boot of this one. It needs to mount to the actual boot itself. Otherwise, because of the width of the wing, it would be, you know, stopping the boot from opening. So what this piece of thing does is mount it to the boot, but support it from the outside of the boot. So it's got a few little holes and bits inside, so it's screwing up first and then down with a recess in it that means I can have a little nut inside to tighten it up from the boot. And the material we're going to use is PA6. So I've never printed anything from PA6 before. It's like engineering grade, needs carbon nozzle, heated chamber, all of that. Yeah, hopefully, I've done this side, I just need to do this side, and then it should be pretty cool. We'll have this fully mounted and hopefully strong enough that it doesn't fly off mid-rally stage.
Hopefully these hobcodge bits and pieces are going to look really well together and should give the car quite an aggressive look. We've got to get on with doing this now because we can't order the wheels until we've got the wings on and we can measure what offset we need. So that's kind of why we're getting on with it and getting going. We're just going to put everything on raw as it is because the car's getting wrapped, so it doesn't need to be painted. Time the wings arrived, nice wooden crate. No idea what they're going to look like, but fingers crossed they look good. There they are. They look pretty cool, aren't they? Obviously the small piece goes onto the front bumper. It probably tucks in behind that one, doesn't it? We've now started to get the car wrapped, as you can see. All the body kit's on. We've got one wheel on. We ordered one. We've got braid wheels, and the good thing about braid is you can spec exactly the spec you want. So the offset and everything else. Because we've gone with a wider body kit, we've had to get lesser offset wheels. So one wheel's on, the other 4 are on order. The wrap's starting to go on, so there's a bit of rear wing on, a bit of door on, the roof's done. So it's all starting to come together. So in the next couple of days, hopefully visually it'll be finished.
So, as you've seen, the car is wrapped, but we thought we'd give you a bit of a behind the scenes of what went into the design. We've done obviously a few different liveries here at Tegiwa. We've done Suki. Suki's had 2 liveries. We've had the white and red one, and then we've had the updated wide arch body kit wrap, so with a black base, and the one that you've seen for the past 2 years. Also done the Civic FN2, the one that we raced in Racing Hondas, and also converted to a rally car as well. So yeah, we do all our design work in-house here at Tegiwa. The actual design work for the GT86 started way before we got the car really, because we kind of knew what we were going to do, but no one knew what it was going to look like. So with AI and stuff now, obviously everyone can be a livery designer and generate some ideas on the internet. So yeah, it kind of escalated from there. We moved from the 2D blueprints that you can see here on the FN2 to like a full 3D with highlights and shadows. So it looked really good. It's the same body kit that we're using, and put our ideas on that so it'd be as lifelike as possible. Just because with the wide arch kit, the lines are totally different to a stock body GT86. So my idea for the car was I kind of wanted it to look different from all angles. So if you're looking at it from the front, it obviously looks like a white car with a black wrap, whereas if you look at it from the back, it could look like a red car with a white and black wrap. Obviously there's some colours that we need to stick to, but it's very loose. So yeah, I wanted the red, the black and the fluorescent yellow as like an accent colour. Threw a few ideas together, and then this is what we got to. It's obviously paramount that we get the people on there and the brands and the companies that helped us out with the build. So it's about giving them the correct space and stuff as well. And fortunately enough, we managed to get all those companies on there, but we do just need to add a Miltech sticker as well. So we'll add that on to the car. Obviously, when you're designing a livery, you can make the logos as big as they want, where they want to go, but in reality, you're going to have things in rallying, especially like your number board, which have to go there. You're also going to have to put the Rally Championship decals, which are obligatory to run in the championship you're competing in. So you kind of got to keep that space free. So if you get them on first, like your number board, for example, you know exactly the space that you've got to work with for the rest of the logos. Yeah, really happy with it. Looks really good, and it's probably my favourite livery that we've done so far. So today is a big day in the GT86 build progress. We've got a guy here and he's checking it all, and hopefully it's going to get signed off so the car can have its rally passport. So if you're unfamiliar with rallying, it's unlike a race car or track car, that kind of thing. Someone has to come down and make sure it's compliant with the rules and regulations, what you've built, and then you get an MSA passport which says it's good to go rallying. It's a bit like how a road car has its V5. Well, if you've got a rally car, it also has its passport as well. So you turn up at the event and then you show that it's got its passport, and they check that that matches the VIN, etc, etc, it all matches, and it will still go through scrutineering as well. But yeah, it's a big day because hopefully what we've built is compliant with the regulations. So fingers crossed it passes.
I've got a very important phone call to make.
We've had a busy last few weeks, really. The car is now finished. We've done all the mapping. Robbie at TDP in Ireland has remote mapped it. We've been on track and had a first shakedown, and now the car's back on the dyno for a few more tweaks. The shakedown went quite well. It was obviously shakedown for a reason, so we could find what faults we've got. We found that we couldn't disable the stability control. So we've disabled the traction control because that's controlled by the engine ECU, and we're obviously now on a Haltech, but the stability control is controlled by the ABS unit. What this means is when you go around a corner and you get understeer, for example, it pulls a brake to try and correct the car. That was a real holdback on track. So the reason that didn't work is because we removed the button from the dash. So we've had to buy a button off eBay because we threw everything in the bin. And that's now solved that problem. We've also, when we were doing the mapping, obviously it's a hugely powerful engine, and we were only using the standard 65mm GT86 throttle body. So when we were getting above 6,500 RPM, the power was kind of capping, just because it's not getting enough air. So we went testing like that, just to do some testing, and we've now fitted a Haltech 82mm throttle body, which should solve the peak power and the curve up the top. Obviously the ideal would be going throttle bodies, but at the moment we just want a quick fix. So Haltech sell these Bosch 82mm throttle bodies off the shelf. So it was as simple as bolt it on and a little bit of remapping and it should be good. As you probably noticed, we took the big rear wing off. We had that on, but knew that we weren't strictly allowed it for rallying, so we took it off and fitted a genuine Toyota aero wing. Okay, so our next episode will be a full feature on the car where we'll mention all the spec and all the parts. So if you want to do anything to your own GT86, you can. And then after that, we're off to Oulton Park in exactly a month's time. So our first event is Oulton Park Rally, which we're really looking forward to. Thanks, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.